If you're conventionally attractive, life is automatically easier for you. Go on TikTok right now to see what I mean. Attractive people are being handed million-dollar branding deals and getting millions upon millions of followers for literally staring at a camera. Absolutely no talent, skill, or personality is needed. Even if they do have skills, I'm sure having tons of validation and constant support helps you stay motivated. Everyone pretty much knows this, but what bothers me is these people don't even acknowledge how much it benefits them. They didn't get these things solely because they worked hard. They got it because being physically attractive makes everything easier. When you're physically attractive, you can pretty much do anything and people will forgive you. You can lack integrity and honesty, you can step on people, and you can be creepy and get away with all of it. Even studies show that attractive people get way less severe punishments for the same crimes. All you have to do if you're attractive is not murder people, and your life is pretty much set on easy mode. Making friends and business connections will be a breeze. Lame jokes you tell will come off as funnier. Any weird or disturbing trait you possess will come off as cute and quirky. And people may even give you stuff for free or invite you to exclusive events, simply because you're attractive. If you're attractive, just know that you have been handed the good life on a golden platter. You can get by with 1/10 the effort of the average person and still gain more respect for the same amount of work. The people who will truly understand what I mean are those who went from being conventionally below average to conventionally attractive. Whether it was from puberty, weight loss, surgery, etc., the difference in how people treated you before and after is astounding, to say the least. People who are born with it, though, will never truly understand how it influences almost every aspect of their life. After hours of research, I found what I thought to be the perfect pickup line. I walked up to a beautiful girl and said, "Hey, I thought you were cute," and I had to say hi. She smiled, said thank you, and we talked for a couple of minutes until she paused and said, "It was nice to meet you," and walked away. I never saw her again. I've read dozens of books teaching men how to attract women with lines, tactics, and tricks. But after 10 years in the game, thousands of approaches, and yes, a good number of lays, I've found that attracting women isn't something you can force. In fact, the harder you try to get a woman to like you, the less attractive you will be to her. When that girl from the above example rejected me, I could have blamed it on the line I used. But truthfully, no matter what I said, the result would have been the same. This is because attraction isn't something you do, it's something you are. Of all the times I attracted a woman, not once did I attract her because of some technique I used. Every single time, I attracted her because of who I was. There's a saying, the self is always shining through. No matter how hard you try to make a girl like you using some tactic, it won't work, because using a technique to attract a woman is in itself a form of overcompensation. We only use techniques because on some level we don't believe we're good enough by default, so we try to make up for our inadequacy with a line or a trick. I can't teach you how to attract a specific girl using techniques, but I can teach you how to be an attractive man who naturally draws women in. There's no quick fix. Becoming the most attractive version of yourself requires that you invest both time and effort in yourself. But the result is easily worth it. Over time, by following the 4 tips in this article, you will become exponentially more appealing to the opposite sex. 1. Develop your self-confidence. It's no secret that self-confidence is attractive, but what is it? If asked, most people would say, self-confidence is belief in yourself. And that's true, but there's a key component missing in that definition. Self-confidence isn't just believing in yourself, it's the belief that everything will turn out okay when you attempt something. Self-confidence doesn't mean you expect every girl to like you. It simply means that you're okay with the consequences of taking a risk, even if the girl doesn't like you. When we lack self-confidence in women, we think that rejection is the worst thing that could happen to us. That fear causes us to filter ourselves in conversation, adopt defensive body language, and even speak with a weaker vocal tonality. Our inner lack of confidence causes us to behave less attractively. The more confident you become, the more attractive you will be, because you'll stop getting in your way. How do you do that? Well, how do we become confident in anything? Take driving, for example. We become confident drivers by giving our brains proof that when we take the wheel, disaster will not ensue. Every time we drive, and we live to tell the tale, we become a little more confident in ourselves as a driver. The same applies to dating. Every time you take a social risk and come out the other side unharmed, you will become a little bit more confident. For example, the more women you approach, the lower the stakes will feel when you walk up to a girl, because you'll become comfortable with the possibility of getting rejected. What this means will vary from person to person. For many guys just starting their journey, the first step to developing self-confidence will just be getting out of the house. For others, it will be something bolder. As you develop your self-confidence, you will become more attractive to women. Fortunately, if you utilize tip 4, the process of confidence building will largely take place automatically. The most important takeaways from this are that you can't fake confidence, and that it will take time to develop, but your level of confidence is completely under your control, and improving it will make you more attractive. 2. Develop standards. The more women you're willing to reject, the more attractive to women you will become. This is counterintuitive, but it's true. If there is one thing that turns women off more than anything, it's neediness. A guy acts needy when he is so desperate to be with a girl that no matter what she does or says, he would still sleep with her. Neediness is suffocating. It shows that you take getting with a girl way too seriously, and that you see yourself as incapable of getting another girl of her caliber if you wanted to. Most of the guys I've met who have trouble attracting women, and there are many, have a problem with neediness. They see girls as a means to an end. They will happily sleep with any girl because that makes them feel like they won. Men with this mindset don't meet women to connect with another human being, but to get a sense of accomplishment from sleeping with a girl. These guys don't have standards for themselves. They see a hot girl as a prize to be won, so they are desperate to get her. Her personality is irrelevant. Her values are irrelevant. When you see women as mere sex objects, it's impossible to have real human interaction with them. And, naturally, a man who sees a woman as a human being is much more likely to attract her than a man who sees her as the fleshy equivalent of a gold coin. The best way to eliminate this neediness that derives from seeing attractive women as prizes are to develop standards. Face is the first thing that attracts anyone's attention positively. You've got to take care of it. Simple things like styling your hair, trimming your beard, and brushing your teeth will get you most of the way there. But one thing most guys miss and that women always notice is when a guy isn't taking care of his skin. That's why I'm excited to have Tiege Hanley as the sponsor of today's video. They have helped me start and maintain my skincare routine by making the entire process uncomplicated. Honestly, it's the best skincare system for guys like you and me. I recommend you start with their Level 1 system, which comes with all the basics. A daily face wash to get rid of the dirt and grime on your skin. A 2 times per week exfoliating scrub to get rid of dead skin cells. And a moisturizer with SPF 20 because you should always be protecting your skin from the sun. And a PM moisturizer to help your skin stay hydrated and healthy throughout the night. My favorite part about Tiege Hanley is that every box comes with an instruction card that tells you when to use each product, how much to use, and in what order. They really make the process of achieving and maintaining amazing skin easy. I've been using their products for a little while now and I'm hooked. It might sound weird, but I look forward to my morning and evening routines because I just feel amazing and more confident after using their products. In addition to amazing skin, members of Tiege Hanley get tons of benefits, including at least 20% off the retail price, the ability to customize your box, pause or cancel at any time, and free US shipping and low-cost shipping to most other countries. And because Tiege Hanley is sponsoring today's video, they're offering my viewers a great deal. Just click the first link in the description and not only will you get Tiege Hanley for the best possible price, but they'll also give you a free gift with your first box. Click that link and get started today for just $30. Instead of being the guy who will do anything to get with the hot girl, you want to be the guy who's interested in the hot girl but hasn't decided if he wants to sleep with her yet. Just like confidence, this can't be faked. Pretending that you have standards by disqualifying a girl or negging her won't make her see you as a high-status guy. You have to develop actual standards. A good place to start is to make a clear list of what you won't accept in a woman you're considering dating. For reference, here are a few of the things I won't accept in a woman. If a girl has any kind of drug addiction, I'm out. If she's unhealthily narcissistic, I'm out. If she has a negative mindset, I'm out. If she is uninteresting, I'm out. When I'm interacting with a woman, I'm screening her for the above traits. She might be a perfect 10 in appearance, but if she's narcissistic and uninteresting, I'm not going to sleep with her. To do so would be selling myself short. The only reason I would sleep with that girl is that it would give me a sense of ego gratification. I'd be doing it so I could tell my friends about it, not because to do so would be enjoyable. In my experience, at least, sex is better when you like the person. Physical attraction is important, too, sure. But I've been with extremely beautiful women in the past whom I didn't have any chemistry with, and it was crappy. Writing a list of the things you won't tolerate in a potential sexual partner and rejecting women who don't meet those standards is a powerful strategy for becoming more attractive to women. When you're interacting with a beautiful woman and you're willing to reject her depending on what she does and says, the entire dynamic changes. Instead of acting like a guy who would do anything to get laid, you will act like a guy who has an abundance of options. Your non-neediness will make you infinitely more attractive than all the desperate guys pining after her. But this starts with taking a moment to write out what you want and don't want in a girl you're considering having a sexual relationship with. 3. Improve your appearance. Looks matter. The better looking you are, the higher percentage of women will make it easy for you to pick them up. At the same time, no matter how unattractive you are, some percentage of women will be attracted to you if are confident, non-needy, etc., and that percentage is probably higher than you think. There are 2 important misconceptions about looks that must be cleared up. Waiting to get in shape before meeting women is a silly idea. Your looks matter, but they don't exist in a vacuum. A lot of guys realize that looks matter, so they decide that once they've got their looks handled, they'll start approaching women. This is problematic because it can easily turn into a form of procrastination. Your appearance is something that you can constantly improve, but you'll never reach a particular point where you've made it. Furthermore, improving your looks won't make the game easy. I've seen numerous good-looking guys fail at the game. These guys expect their looks to do all the work for them, but the truth is you still have to be very confident and assertive to succeed with women. The vast majority of guys don't have the confidence necessary to take a woman home, and that's something you can only develop through practice. Thinking you look good to help, but it's not magically going to make you comfortable with social risk-taking. Improve your appearance while also improving your social skills. It's not one or the other, it's both. Focusing on your looks while neglecting to interact with women is a recipe for failure. Social skills, confidence, and physical attractiveness are all important when it comes to dating. Don't sell yourself short by improving yourself and neglecting others. To do so would be as silly as learning how to shoot in basketball, but not how to dribble or pass. That said, you can make a staggering improvement in your appearance in the course of a single day. Get a high-end salon haircut. Buy some clothes that fit well and don't make you look like you live in your mother's basement. Simply dressing better and having a sense of style will make you substantially more attractive. It's not going to make up for a lack of confidence and experience, but it's a good start. And really, 95% of guys in the seduction community have plenty of room to improve their style. When it comes to improving your looks, style is only half the battle. There's no reason not to be in good shape. If you're not already working out regularly, the easiest way to start is to go to the gym with a friend of yours who's already in good shape. Having a gym buddy will help keep you accountable for working out even when you don't feel motivated. Plus, if your friend is in good shape, they'll be able to help provide you with guidance. If you don't have a friend who can help you, there's an unlimited number of fitness guides you can download. Find someone you resonate with and trust and follow their plan. If you have trouble being consistent, get a trainer to hold you accountable and provide guidance. 4. Treat dating like a skill. Whatever you want to accomplish in life, certain elements are outside of your control. If you want to be a doctor, a low IQ is a disadvantage that's outside your control. If you want to get rich, having a poor family is a disadvantage that's outside your control. If you want to date beautiful women, factors like your height, race, etc. can be disadvantages that are outside your control. Dating coaches who say factors like your race and height don't matter are lying. Sure, they matter, but they're out of your control. Worrying about them is only going to hurt you. When you tell yourself, girls don't like Asians, you're going to see your interactions with women through that lens. If you walk up to a girl and she rejects you, you're going to say, it's because I'm Asian. If I were white, that wouldn't have happened. This narrative becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. When you're interacting with a woman and you expect her not to like you, you'll act differently than if you expect her to like you. Your insecurities will show up in your behavior, and when she rejects you, you'll think, it's because I'm Asian. Then you'll become even more insecure, women will like you even less, and so on. You can't change your race, but you can change many of the other factors that create sexual attraction. The guy who wants to get rich but has a poor family can work twice as hard as his competition, and within a few years, he can get to a point where he's making a six-figure income. Similarly, a short Asian guy with a below-average face can succeed with women if he works twice as hard as his competition and focuses on the factors that are under his control. His level of self-confidence is under his control, his style and fitness are under his control, and his ability to take social risks is under his control. Look, with the above example, I said that the guy with a poor family could make six figures. I didn't say he can become a billionaire. Being a billionaire probably requires a certain amount of luck, the right family, being born in the right time and place, the right genetics, etc. But anyone can make six figures with enough time and effort. The same is true in dating. If you're naturally a 4 on a look scale, I can't promise that you'll be able to date Victoria's Secret models, but you can still bat way out of your league and hook up with attractive girls. By treating dating as a skill set, you can date higher quality women than you would otherwise. If you fixate on whether you can get perfect 10s, you're just going to cause yourself the frustration. We have these fantasies, whether it's to be a billionaire or to sleep with 10s. These fantasies stifle us because they're so far outside of our reality. Worry about pulling 10s when you can already pull 9s easily. Treat dating like a skill set by taking it one step at a time. Don't spend much time learning how to build attraction when you still have crippling approach anxiety. I know a guy who's great at getting women attracted to him, but he always chokes by leaving the interaction before anything sexual can happen. He would massively improve his results if he focused on leading interactions forward by inviting the girl to the dance floor, to another area, etc. I know another guy who is great at opening girls, but he's so quiet they don't pay attention to him. He would gain so much by working on his volume. I know a third guy who is great at dating girls who aren't particularly attractive, but he won't even approach girls whom he thinks are pretty. He's unnecessarily limiting himself to only date women that are far worse looking than he is. I could give countless examples like the above. No, these guys can't change their race, but they can learn to lead interactions forward, to speak louder, or to approach more attractive women. In dating, countless factors are under your control. Worrying about the things outside your control is silly when there are so many things you can proactively improve on. Don't think about your race. Think about your confidence. Don't think about your height. Think about your inability to approach attractive women. Treat dating as a skill, and you can improve your results dramatically. Treat it like something entirely based on your genetics, and you'll just drown yourself in self-pity. 5. Skill only comes with practice. The other key to treating dating like a skill is to practice. If you spent 5 hours a week reading about how to pass a basketball, but never went out and played the game, people would think you're an idiot. Yet it's common for guys to spend dozens if not hundreds of hours learning about how to attract women without going out into the world and practicing. Intellectual learning is only useful if you're spending most of your time in the real world getting real feedback. Imagining what a good basketball shot looks like is completely different from taking the actual shot. Similarly, imagining what a good approach looks like is completely different from doing the approach. Information is only helpful to provide some guidance. It can't do the work for you. Only real practice can. It's a lot easier to read about picking up women than it is to do it. I know this as well as anyone. When I first learned about the seduction community, I spent over a year watching videos without doing a single approach. Was it helpful? No. If anything, my social skills got worse because I became so over-analytical. Learning how to attract women without practicing is just as absurd as trying to learn any other skill without practicing. Treating dating like a skill set is difficult. It takes patience, time, and effort to do so. Here are some resources that can help you if you get stuck. There you have it, how to be an attractive man. Any of the 4 tips can change your life individually, but master all 4 and you won't believe the successes you'll have. Knowing how to do this is the easy part. Becoming more attractive to women is a long-term process.